Oh dear. Oh dear. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of StarCraft Inc. Or should I say SSN StarCraft. This one is a ZVZ on Cloud Kingdom LE. And this is a match between VYE ShibXXYZ. What a mouthful. I'm never saying his name again. And over here we have Li Chi. Now both of these players kind of unknown to the community as far as I know. If you guys heard of them or if you're best friends, you give me a shout and I'll let you guys know in the next video, or if we ever see them again, I'll remember their names. But both of these players, top masters. Li Chi is, I think, rank 8 or 9 masters, and his opponent down here is rank 26 masters. So this should be a pretty decent game. I'll have you guys know right now it's not a short one, but I've not watched the game, so I don't know any more than that. So, seeing it for the first time with you guys, this should be a pretty epic match. Once again, there's going to be a lot of changes to the channel, and there's some big news coming, but I won't talk about it now. I'll talk about it with you guys in the future. I was going to do a bunch of new stuff now, but I just wrote a 4-hour exam. My brain's tired, so fucking forget it. We're going to jump into this game, guys, and we are seeing a gas before pool here from the blue Zerg, and that is, I don't know what to tell you. You know, right away I would have been like extractor trick, but well, I guess gas before pool isn't that strange. It is when you've got this many drones, though. I don't know. I think that's, he wants to start speed as soon as the pool's done, I guess. But here we go. He's gonna end. I have the feeling he's gonna end up with more gas this way. More than he needs. He's gonna have to pull harvesters if he wants to break even at 100, but maybe he's gonna jump right into layer tech, jump right into banelings. We'll see, guys. From the other side of the fence here, we have his pool farther along. Oh no, they're about the same. They're pretty actually identical. Both players sitting. It looks like the red player actually got his gas even sooner. So maybe I'm just off my rocker, guys. It's a pretty standard build by the looks of it. I apologize. But Li Chi, you can see both these players just freaking identical across the board. If you come over here, you're seeing the red and the blue cross each other. Guys, what do you think of the color pack? I got that color enhancement upgrade, and as you can see, everything is really bright and vivid, and I don't know, I like it. It's a nice change. The reds are really reds, the blues are really blues. I think it's pretty exciting. It's just a nice little sideball in the monotony that has become StarCraft, you know? It's almost like an MMO where you just kind of grind ladder games and practice and practice and practice, but it shouldn't be like that. Every once in a while, a nice little change is awesome. Some music at the start of the cast, or, you know, some change up in the colors. It's all you need, baby. It's all you need. And all you need is love. I want to sing, but I won't. Okay? I want to sing, but I won't. We do have Li Chi. You know, I want to drink him, especially with these gumdrop looking Zerglings. Like, they look chewable, they look gummy when they're that red. And his name is frickin' Li Chi. What can I do about that? I don't have anything for you. But we need something to call this guy. We're gonna call him Shib, because that's like right there in the middle, Shib, and it's easy to say. So Shib is getting his baneling nest, which is kind of what I thought was going to happen. He didn't actually pull, he only pulled one harvester from the gas, so he's not going to stop right then and there at the speed upgrade, which he did in fact get. It's finished now. And he's the only one out of this duo that is getting the baneling nest. From Li Chi, we've seen, like, completely pulled his gas harvesters. They're not there at all. And I'm not sure what his transition is going to be. He might be in trouble against the blue Zerg here, who's opting for those banelings. And both players kind of experiencing a run-by here, but we will see Li Chi block off his ramp so nothing can get in. And these blue Zerglings here will be working away on the hatchery. If he can take down the hatchery, that's going to be huge, but I doubt he'll be able to. And there was an engagement over here. We're seeing Li Chi actually lose a queen. Sorry, Shib losing the queen. And Lings getting into Li Chi's line. With good drone micro from Shib, managing to hold this off pretty well. And doing so over some eggs, so when the eggs pop, they would be right in the engagement. But they are drones, they're not Lings. So he calculated that experience properly. He knew he wasn't going to need more Lings than he already had. So even when faced with a lot of Lings, he was building drones. But it's a complicated matchup. when you're playing a ZVZ, you really need to know whether he's droning or producing army. And in this case, oh, those banelings are going to count. Can he get off another good one? Oh, that's a pretty decent. Oh, I think it was 4 or 5 lings. The baneling, I think, is the only unit in the game where you can't really check kill count for reasons more obvious than they should be. But we are going to see Shib maybe lose his pool here. And I know I said this is going to be a long game, but I don't know how Shib can pull back into this losing his pool. He's going to have to go for some tech. He's losing a lot of mining time. A single baneling goes forward. Li Chi not paying attention, losing a ton of lings. And down here, trying to deny these lings here in the mineral line. The lings from Shib gonna have to come down and engage here. And those banelings look so cool with the color pack. Oh my god, they look like little light bright pieces. Did you ever play light bright? Come on, tell me you played light bright. Can you imagine plugging a baneling into your light bright? It'd be the last time you played with light bright, but it would be fucking awesome. Anyway, going over here, we do see quite a few lings once again for Li Chi, but he's opting not to push with them as that baneling count is becoming scary. And Li Chi really needs to transition out of those lings. He needs to go for a long-term game plan as he's not able to shut his opponent down, and his opponent seems to be putting a lot more time into drones than this player. However, if we look at the income tab, Shib, even though he's been trying to build more drones, he's been losing a lot more drones. 25 to 22 shows that Li Chi is still ahead. And it's just such a dynamic matchup. So many things can go wrong and so many things can go right, and it's so fast-paced. It's probably one of the coolest mirror matches in the game. TVT is pretty good too. PvP, in my opinion, is just boring. But maybe that's just because I am Protoss. I play it all the time. I think everybody hates their own race's mirror matchup, but I personally like this one. I think it's pretty cool. And I don't watch enough of them, to be honest. I don't cast enough of them. I'll cast more in the future for those who are Zerg players. I know I have a handful on my channel. And, yeah, no, once again, I know I sound like a drunk, just 'cause, isn't it awesome? Isn't it great? Isn't it pretty? It's just so awesome. No, seriously, the color package, go get it. It's freaking cool. Blizzard said that they're fine with it. That doesn't mean they're auto-detect, for, 'cause it is a, what do you call it? It's a mod, so it does modify your system files, so there's no promise that Blizzard's auto-detect won't find it and try to ban you. But I mean, as far as like if you were to petition against it, you could easily get your account unbanned, because yeah, Blizzard said that they were cool with it. They were like, yeah, we support this mod, it's pretty awesome, it doesn't give anybody an advantage, it's just wicked crazy cool. And I second that. It is wicked crazy cool. So Li Chi kind of checking to make sure there's nothing going down in his third. I mean, I don't know why he needed to. There's an overload there. That's probably not why he's doing it. But he can't be trying to be covert either, because, I mean, there's tag team overlords here. Anywhere he goes, I'll follow you there. I'll never do that. Yes, I will. I'll do it every cast. But, yeah, no, anywhere he goes, he's going to be spotted by overlords. And there's a couple banelings. They look so cool! Oh, God! They're blue, but they blow up green. I don't even understand. And there's a few lings causing problems. I mean, if anything, this is distracting to Shib. He's going to get in the mineral line again. Not going to do any damage because there is a queen here. I mean, the queen itself can take 3 lings. So, I don't know. I feel like Li Chi just kind of lost a bunch of lings there with no benefit to anything. So, I feel like Shib is pulling himself ahead. No, still behind in Harvesters. Jesus. He is taking a third, and so is his opponent, but I feel like Shib's is done already, whereas Li Chi's is just starting. However, Li Chi does have this roach count, this devastating tech advantage over his opponent. He will be breaking down those rocks, or maybe not. Choosing not to. He's making me look silly, but that's okay. I'd do that just fine on my own. Li Chi, don't make it your day job. Alright, so a couple lings coming down here to harass this expansion. Had they been able to take it down, that would have been a big deal, but they will back off because Li Chi just leaving a few roaches down here to protect, not leaving this base naked, which is a good decision as he knows there are a lot of banelings floating around. A couple baneling into this mineral line could turn this game around so fast. But that being said, Li Chi is sitting here at 107 supply to 67 of Shib's. And still, Shib now really catching up in that harvester count. So it's just a matter of time before an engagement goes down here. And The only way I see Shib winning this game is if he makes a nice, clean win in a really good engagement. But he just doesn't have the army for it. I don't know what he can do here. Spotting that encroachment of roaches, he's gonna pull back his mineral line. He's gonna let that base go, which I think is the best thing he can do right now, because this is not an army he can take on. And I feel like now is when Shib should have run by and tried to take this down, because he can't fight that. He can't fight that at all. And so he's at a really hard spot here. If Shib comes back and wins this, I will crap myself. Just not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. And let me remind you that it is Li Chi that is the top ranked master, and Shib that is more the middle ranked master. So it would definitely be a huge thing to see Shib come out on top of a higher ranked master than himself. So that'll be cool. My production tab isn't open, and I don't know when that happened. It's okay. It's okay, because I have soda. Soda. How can you not like soda? It's probably like next to the coolest word. Panda is a cool word. Soda is a cool word. Dinosaur is a cool word. If you can eat any of those, you're in good shape, because you are what you eat. I'd love to be a cool word. And a panda. And also a dinosaur. And maybe a soda. We've got Hydras coming out. Oh, it's wonderful. And Li Chi has got the Roach Hydra build. He's got the 1-1 on those units, but his opponent has the 1-1 as well. Banelings are pretty okay against Hydra as long as they can make contact. They gotta make that close, right? Or they just don't do any damage. But if you get some infestors, which our blue Zerg is in fact getting, 2 of them as a matter of fact, as well as that energy upgrade, the pathogen glands, he can actually land some pretty sweet banelings. His opponent is massing up a really scary death ball, sitting at 185 supply out of 198, and his Shib is sitting at 138 out of 150. So it's not looking good for Shib, but that's okay. Baneling landmines, that would make me smile. But we do have an Overseer here. I just saw a really funny video about an Overseer, and I can't look at them and take them seriously anymore, but that's okay. And a couple queens might try to swat this down, but no, they're just gonna run by. You can tell that this Zerg is clearly injecting via the mini-map, because his queens just did some stupid shit there. They crisscrossed to inject each other's hatcheries. And if you don't know about injecting on the mini-map, it's pretty freaking awesome once you get the hang of it. You hotkey all your queens to one hotkey, as we see here. We see all his queens hotkeyed 4 on the little lower part here. And then you hit that, and then you can actually target your hatchery with the mini-map, and you'll inject without ever having to look at your hatcheries or your queens. And it's pretty sweet because, you know, some people might be like, well, my screen's really small, those hatcheries are really small on the mini-map, that's going to be a bitch. But you can actually miss, and it's pretty cool. Like, you can miss and it'll still cast, so it's pretty lenient as to where you click. It's like, I bet this idiot's trying to hit the hatchery. And I'm getting a call from FunkyWise. I'm going to answer it, even though we're in the middle of a cast. FunkyWise, I am casting. How are you?
I'm pretty good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. 1 second. We have an engagement here. A massive fungal growth going down in a bunch of roaches. We see the upgrades as 1-2 for our red Zerg and 2-2 for our blue Zerg with fungal growth. So he can actually pull himself ahead. And once all of those roaches are out of the way, the banelings make contact with the Hydra, melting those down pretty good. But Hydra DPS is just so good. More infestors coming forward to fungal. And I don't know, man. I think that the blue Zerg could pull himself back into this game. As the red Zerg focuses down his hatchery, though, that is making his chances look grim. But that upgrade advantage and that fungal growth really made that fight far more cost-effective for the blue Zerg than the red. And the blue Zerg actually trying to take this base in the middle of all this. He needs to cancel it now because he will lose it. Although he will try to save it here. He does make the cancel. Couple roaches wasted to that engagement. Another big wave of roaches comes up here. They will be able to clean up the remaining forces from the red Zerg. His 2-2 upgrades now finishing at the end of the engagement. I think if the red Zerg waited for his upgrades before that engagement, he may have been able to do even more damage, may have been even able to push into this space here and cleaned up this mining trail. Funky, what is new?
Dude, I'm sorry, man. I want to apologize right now. I
You're
didn't
a
want to
bastard.
bother while you were casting.
Oh, don't worry about it, man. You gotta take me off your phone though, because I can double hear it.
Oh, well, the thing is, actually, I'm not in front of my computer, and I wanted to ask you, can I join you?
Oh yeah, after this game, buddy.
Well, actually, I was gonna go to groceries real quick, and I'll be back in like 30 minutes.
All right, we'll do a grocery cast. Anyway, so you gotta let me go, because I'm gonna cast this so I can't hear myself on your phone.
Perfect. So, I'll text you later.
Sweet.
Peace.
Alright, so, that was probably the most unprofessional thing I've ever done, but you guys all know it was awesome. And it was SSN Funky Wise. This is the freaking Sky Captain. If you don't know who he is, I was going to say something extremely racist, but it would have been extremely racist. And Lychee actually going to see everything here at this Overseer, and I see Lychee, you know, he's got this big Roach Hydra army, and that's going to pay off for him. The Hydra, he seems to be letting down on the Hydra count just a little bit, though. I don't know if I completely agree with that. They're kind of what won him the engagement previously. And he needs the range because of these infestors. He's going to be getting fungal locked a lot. And so, yeah, I think the Hydra are a good idea. Both these players, I feel like they're lacking on their creep spread. I know it's not really important in a movement sense because, I mean, both players have creep. But it is important for vision, so I don't know. We just see this massive red deathball pushing down the map, but he will be engaged with a massive collection of fungal growth. Those fungals are money right there, and I'm just shocked that Lychee is not switching into infestors of his own. The fungal growth is going to make this engagement so good for the blue Zerg, as well as these spine crawlers here. This is not going well for the red Zerg, and I feel like his unit composition is just outdated in this matchup. You can see, though, that he is going for the Greater Spire, and he's going for Broodlords, and I just hope for his sake that he can survive into that transition. Lychee's Overlords are in place to see that this Roach force is moving towards him. Hopefully he can round up his units and not lose these pockets of Roaches for free like he is here. That is not an engagement that he needs right now. A few more Roaches are coming in to reinforce, but those were, in fact, wasted Roaches. His opponent with the Burrow regenerate, and it's just incredible to see how much... I feel like Lychee is really being outplayed in the late game. I feel like he played a much stronger early game, but is very much getting defeated now. His decision-making is just not as strong. But maybe, just maybe, that Greater Spire will pay off for him. We are seeing full Corruptors coming out, and as Lychee defends his bases against these rampant run-by Roaches that are actually doing quite a bit of damage. I don't know what to tell you. They do scout the Greater Spire, though, and that's going to be a huge deal. We're seeing Mutalisks come out now, and that's an excellent counter to the Broodlords that I think we're going to see from the Red Zerg. But that being said, I don't even see... There's the huge Broodlord morph. I think Mutalisks is just such a brilliant counter to that, as there are no infestors on the field for the Red Zerg, and there are just not enough Corruptors in the air. He morphed all these Broodlords, so Muta are just going to be able to dominate this army composition. Just Roaches. He left out his Hydras, and it's really going to come back to bite him. And just the multiple run-bys here from the Blue Zerg, I think is incredible, and he might actually get this Spire. No, not going to get the Greater Spire, but that was so damn close. And here come the Muta. They're going to get the Broodlords for free while they're naked! Oh my god! Oh my god! This is the worst thing that could happen to Lychee right now. This is the nail in the coffin. This is why Lychee needed Hydra. This is why he needed to stay on top of his lead. And down go the Broodlords. And oh my god, and down goes the Spire, and there's just nothing that the Red Zerg can do now. Going to try to engage these spine crawlers. Not going to do anything for him. A couple of Roaches engaged, but all they are is stalling for the infestors, who will be able to perma-lock this army down and just have it engulfed by the Roaches here for Shib. And more fungal going down, kind of losing a few infestors needlessly. But meanwhile, Mass Muta just kind of rampaging. I said that weird. Rampaging through Leechy's base. Leechy leaves with the edit GG. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. That was a good freaking game. That was an awesome ZVZ. Just demonstrates why I need to cast ZVZs a little more often. And I thought that was wicked. You guys let me know what you thought of this game. Sorry about the Funky Wise call, but I wasn't going to say no. Can't say no to Funky. Neither should you guys. But I'm SSN Incarnate. You're watching SSN StarCraft on YouTube and also on my live stream if you're watching this right now. But if you're not subscribed to my live stream, go frickin' do that. And if you're not subscribed to this channel, go frickin' do that. And if you haven't pressed the like button, please press the like button. I'll see you guys next time.